Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you're going to be seeing this video. Good that. Anyway, this is Daryl, local real estate agent right here in Rosena Ranch. And this is a market update. The last one was done on the 25th, which is about a little bit over 2 weeks ago. And we're going to see what changed. Also, first, we're going to even dive into the San Bernardino market briefly. And then from the San Bernardino market, the 92407 zip code only, because that's the zip code that we're in. So we're going to check out that zip code as far as the market in San Bernardino. Then we're going to go right in and narrow in on Rosena Ranch only. And if we stick around to the end, we'll talk about interest rates just a little bit. And then our update will be done. First off, let's get into the 92407. So we're going to be on a website called altosresearch.com. Anybody can go on there. It's a third-party resource. It's free. You go on there, you go into market reports, you click the report, and you can put any zip code that you want just to check up on the market really quick. And you'll see everything that you see right here. So let's see. We have a market action index. Let's get a little highlighter. Market action index right here. So that's just telling us, are we in a buyer's market or a seller's market? So from 0 to 30, that's considered a buyer's market as far as what they judge it on in their numbers right here. Anything above 30 all the way to 100, it's a seller's market. So the closer you are to the 100, the deeper you are into the seller's market. But what does that even mean? Buyer's market, seller's market. Buyer's market is a supply and demand thing. Buyer's market is when there's a whole lot of houses on the market and there's not that many buyers, right? So this one buyer, maybe he has 10 houses to choose from. So how do they make their house more appealing for that person? It has to be price and, the amenities of that house. But more than likely, it's going to be price. So that's when the prices come down. It's little demand, high supply. Now it's just the opposite for the seller's market. I'm sure you guys already know this, but I'm just going to reiterate it anyway, just in case somebody doesn't know. But for the seller's market, like I said, it's the opposite. The inventory is low, not a lot of supply, but we have an abundance of buyers. And what happens is that either drives the price up or keeps the price high. Well, not really high, but it keeps the price from going down. So right now, as far as in San Bernardino, it says we're right there on a 54 on their scale. So let's talk about the numbers really quick. Right over here in the real-time market profile. Now it's a third-party resource. So when it says real-time, it's still a lagging measure. So when we get onto the MLS and we talk about Rosena Ranch, what happens on the MLS happens, it's actual real-time. So here we go. Let's talk about the median list price. So median list price is basically the middle. So we have prices above and we have prices below. Okay, let's see. So the median list price in San Bernardino in the 92407 is $667,449. That's the median list price. So obviously it's a whole lot of different price ranges in 92407, but we have some above the 667 and below. And let's see, the median price of new listings, $619, which is not too far off from 667 when we're talking about the prices of houses. So it's relatively close. So this is price per square foot. I don't really dive into price per square foot because you have the square footage of your house and you have the price of the house. And however, you divide that square footage into the price and then you get your price per square foot. Now houses are different sizes and they're listed for different prices, and that's where you get your price per square foot. So it's relative to each different house and size and price. So we have average days on market. So the days on market always matter. Average days on market and median days on market. So it says 92407, the average days on market right here, 51 days. It says it's dropping too. So it was a little higher than that. The average was higher than 51, but right now it says the average is 51 days. Now, you don't have to be the average. If you want to beat the average, you talk to a professional like myself and we can beat the average. And as a matter of fact, before even getting into anything like that, you see right here below median days on market, which is not an average. It's like right there in the middle. So if the median days on market is 14, and the average is 51. 14 tells you that you can sell your house before 51 days. It's not going to take 51 days. That's on average. So that's people that's waiting for a specific price and trying to hope that the market catches up to their price. And but median days on market is interesting because it's at 14 and it says it's dropping. So there's houses that's selling faster than 14 days and obviously longer than 14 days because we have the average is 51. So look at this. Check this out though. Price decreased. When you decrease your price, what does that tell you? That tells you that you want to get that house sold. 25% of the homes on the market decreased that price. Now, price increase. Hey, maybe they were at a low enough price and then it's sold for the higher price because that is very common. Let's see what else do we have? Relisted inventory. It says we have 52 homes on the market in 92407. It's not that many because it's a whole lot of houses in our zip code. The median for the investors out there, all of you investors in the 92407 San Bernardino zip code, we have a median rent of $24.43. Pretty good. And back down here to the market action index, which was 54. We spoke about that earlier. So it says we're in a strong seller's market. Now, that's all we're going to do on the update for 92407. We're going to jump in right over to the MLS and go right to Rosena Ranch. So let's do that. Here we are. So here we are. Let's go into the search. Oh, actually, no, we're going to the map. And from the map, we go right into Rosena Ranch. Anyway, criteria. From criteria, we're going to go. So what we're going to do first, while we're looking at Rosena Ranch, we're going to see how many sold in January, how many sold in February, and how many sold up to today's the 12th of March. So we're going to see how many sold each month. Let's just do that really quick. Let's go to closed and let's choose the dates. January, we already checked how many sold for the year in the first update, but here we are in January only from the 1st to the 31st. We have 8 matches down here. Oh, you can't see that. Anyway, it says 8 matches. Let's go to the results. We can see it right on the big screen. There we go. 8 matches. So we have the 8 matches that sold. This is what sold in January and January only. So obviously we have some that's left over from the previous year, like 60 days, 51 days, 56. Anyway. So we have 8 houses have sold in January. Now, we talked about those in the last update. Now let's get to the ones that sold in February. So what we'll do is go to February. From the 1st to the 29th, the leap year. It's time to take those leaps and explore new facets of life, everybody. Let's see. So we have 6 matches. Let's check the results. What's sold in February? We have Wild Rye. We have Crabapple, Evening Primrose, Burnt Oak, Perilla, and Grapevine Lane. So the Grapevine Lane, that one was listed at $875, and we see that it sold for $821. Okay, still a decent price. That one's 3,100 square feet, 5.4. Okay, and the one on Perilla is 1,800 square feet. That one was listed at $630, and it sold for $620. Let's check that one out really quick. I believe, yeah, it was a 2-story. I knew it was. Okay, just wanted to see that really quick. So, what do we have? The one on Burnt Oak, that one was listed at $622, and they accepted $615. Closed at $615. The one on Evening Primrose was listed at $619, sold for $611. Not too far off the prices. Crabapple is the smallest of the bunch, 1,580 square feet. That one was listed at $579. See, now it's sold for $605. So sometimes people think like, oh, I don't want to list my house too low because I don't want to give my house away. Now look at this. This house is listed at $579 and it sold for $605. You're not really going to you can't give your house away really. If it's worth this amount, it's going to sell for that amount. It's going to attract the people in, and they're going to bid that price up to what it's actually worth, because ultimately it's the buyer and the seller when they agree on a price, and that's what the actual house is worth, what they're willing to sell it for and what they're willing to buy it for. That's the actual value. So we don't ever actually know the value until that actually happens. But even to more to that point, now the one that's just below it, just a little bit, what, 17 square feet bigger. Oh, we can't even see. I don't even have that on the screen. Isn't that beautiful? Let's see. Let's scroll that over a little bit for everybody to see. Okay, here's the square footage. So the one that I'm talking about right now, it was listed at $619,900, but it sold for $611. Now the square footage, 1597. That's only 17 square feet bigger than the one that sold for 605. Now listen though, 605 was listed for 579. Now if they were giving it away at 579, how did they get to 605? And then some people like to take the other approach where you list it higher and then negotiate down. We can talk about that if you guys want to have that conversation. Just contact me and we can have that conversation personally. But see this one for 611. It was listed for 619, but then they sold for 611. Between these two houses, there's a $6,000 difference. And one was listed higher, one was listed lower. Just to look at the difference though. This one was listed $8,000 higher than what it sold for. And this one right here, this was listed roughly at 580 and it sold for $25,000 higher. So, I mean, you guys can be the judge on that of what strategy works a little bit better. But anyway, that's enough. We're spending a little bit too much time on that one. Let's see. And this was the homes that sold in February. So let's get back. Let's see. And now we're going to check out March. Let's see. So we're going to check what's happening in March so far. March. Get this out of here. March 1st to the 12th. Let's see. What is the activity on close? 0. We have no matches. Nothing has sold in March yet. And we're on day 12. 12 days into March and nothing has sold. Okay. That's just fine. So what we'll do now, we want to see what's on the market. What's on the market right now? Let's see. What's about to sell? Let's see. Active. 7 houses. 7 houses are for sale right now. Check these results. Let's see. So some of these are going to be ones that haven't sold yet. Let's see. Here we go. We have. So the last update we did was roughly over just a little bit, like a couple days over 2 weeks. And so just these two are going to be on there from the last one. These are the ones that are carrying over. The one on Rosena Ranch Road for $659. They dropped the price from $679. And the one on Quartzsite Lane, that one's for $680. Both are 4.2s. One is 1,800, 21 square feet. And the other one is 2,083. So those are the ones that are holding over. And this one on Rosena Ranch Road, the smaller one for $1,597. This one is listed at $584. So they were originally listed at $619. Now this one is actually just like the other two that we just talked about. It's the same square footage of the one that listed high, ended up selling a little bit lower. But right here, what they did is they dropped the price closer to the one that was listed lower and then sold for higher. So maybe they had a change of heart and just felt like the other strategy was probably better to start with. But, they started with $619 anyway. But they changed it to $584. So, and that one has been on the market for 13 days. 13 days so far. Let's see. And the new ones. So Poker Root, that's over in Sky Ridge. That one, $749. That's been listed for 11 days. I believe we talked about that one already. Lacebark Court, Grapevine Lane, and Irish Moss. These have been on the market 8, 7, and 5 days. Let's see, we have a 775, 875, and an 895. This is interesting. The one on Iris Moss Lane, 895, has 7 bedrooms, 3 baths. 7 bedrooms. Okay, nice. Put a lot of people in there, huh? Anyway, so that's what's active right now. That's what's active. But one more thing that we want to check is actually 2 more things. We could check these at the same. We're going to check what's coming soon. It says nothing is coming soon. So nobody has a contract and they're about to get their home on the market. If you guys do think about putting your home on the market, contact me. I'll help you out. But let's see what active under contract. We have 1 and pending. We'll do all 3 of these. So it says we have some pending. It says we have like about, what is that, 6? We'll see right now. Yes. So we have some about to sell. This is nice. This is nice. Nice. So some of the ones that we talked about on the last update too. Let's scroll it over so we can see what's going on. Okay. Here we go. So active under contract, the one on Rosena Ranch Road for $675. That one's the 2292, and that was for $675. We don't know what they accepted, but $675. Also, these ones that are pending. Blackberry has one pending. They originally listed $10,000 higher than what they dropped to. So when it's pending, when it's active under contract and when it's pending, we won't know what they accepted unless we personally contact the agent, and then the agent is at liberty to tell us that price. Usually, a lot of times they don't like to because they don't want to jinx their sale, or the seller does not want other people to know yet. So we'll know when it closes though, and then we'll see it on the update when it happens. So we have one on Blackberry pending. We have Chamomile Court, Deerberry Way, Vine and Maple, and Running Oak and Turmeric. Nice, Turmeric. The one. This is the one. I wonder what they accepted right here. So they were originally listed at $925, then dropped down to $888. Now it's $2649, but they have some nice amenities to that property. We looked at it last time, but they're pending, and these are about to sell. So we have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 about to sell. We have 1 under contract. We don't know when that one's going to sell, so we'll just say we have 7 that's about to sell. Okay, nice. So those people next to these houses, you guys are almost about to have a new neighbor. Almost. Let's see. And that's going to be it for Rosena Ranch Road. What we covered is what's coming soon, which was nothing. We covered active under contract and pending. Those are the houses that people accepted an offer on. We covered what sold like this year so far, from just in January and just in February, and there has been nothing in March, not yet. But those 6 or 7 might all close in March. We don't know. We'll see. We'll see when the update comes again. What else did we talk about? And that's it. That's it for just Rosena Ranch. So what we're going to talk about, I told you guys, if you guys stay all the way to the end, we'll talk about the interest rates just briefly. Let's see. So the interest rates, here we are. This is a website that everybody can go to as well, mortgagenewsdaily.com. So the 30-year fixed is below 7, which is pretty nice. It's 6.87. So about 3 weeks ago, I did a video, not here in our group, but I did a video and it was at 7.16. Since then, it dropped to 6.85. That was just a few days ago, and it just went up 0.02% since then. So right now we're sitting at 6.87. Now remember, Jerome Powell, they came out and said that they were going to do rate cuts this year, at least 3 to 5 rate cuts. And they said it's unlikely to happen in March. So they dropped, but they haven't done rate cuts yet. But anyway, that's better than what we've been seeing, 6.87. So if you know somebody that's looking to buy a house in here and, they need help, they need some guidance, they need a professional with them, don't hesitate to contact me, send me a message or anything. All right. And for everybody else, any questions you guys have, feel free to ask. You guys need a market update, you want to know the value of your house, send it my way. I'll help you out with that as well. And until the next one, I'll catch you guys. You guys have a good one. Stay dry out there. It's raining again. Well, it's drizzling, but it's raining again. So much rain this year. Remember that song, It Never Rains in Southern California? They lied to us so many, however many times we replayed that song, that's how many times they lied to us. Because it rains. Anyway, though, you guys have a good one.